It's time to check your money with Mike Jennings. Mike Jennings is a wealth advisor with Brackens Financial Solutions Network LLC and a registered representative of LPL Financial member SIPC.
Yes,
Mike
yes.
Jennings, what's good with you, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not
All
gonna
right,
complain because we're
what you not going to complain about?
because George, this week we're talking about the end of summer, and it feels like we just got here. It feels like we just
Well,
got here.
let me just tell you one thing, my brother. Fall does not start until September 20th or so. So we ain't there in the summer yet.
Maybe your household, but my wife specifically, explicitly told me that fall starts next week. So in our
That's what,
household, at least.
okay. That's what she said. Okay. Okay. So what does
Yep.
that mean in your household? Although the calendar says something else, what does that mean in your household?
What it should mean is that she's just getting the fall stuff from like out of storage, but
Uh-huh.
knowing her, that just means, we got some Marshall trips coming up and she's gonna get all them stuff.
We have to
Anyway, so
redecorate. I see.
hmm yeah.
That's the that's the story, and she's sticking to it, huh? All
Yep.
right. Well,
Yep.
in all fairness to her, I was driving up the block not long ago, and there are some leaves are falling, right?
There
So
they are.
if
They
that
are.
is the indicator of the autumnal equinox, which is coming up,
hmm
then and that means that the days will be equal in length, and that's what's coming up. When I was in Ghana, they never like how we get like late sunsets like 8:30, 9 o'clock. They
Yep.
don't get that there. That was one of the most fascinating things to me.
Yeah.
The sun sets at the same time pretty much all year,
Oh wow.
right? So about 6:30, like it just never changes. It was so odd to me. I'm like, it's getting dark. It's getting dark. It's only 6:30. Like, what's going on? I was bugging on that. But they're near the equator, right?
hmm
So there you go. So
Yep.
so
Yep.
that
Well, at least we still have, seasonal changes here. And, I guess that could be a good thing because it's a good indicator for things. It's a good reminder to when you got to start doing things a little bit differently. So yes, we are heading, and I heard someone call this time of year the Sunday of summer, and it the little kid in me got the Sunday scaries as they call it. Uh, so yes, we are in the twilight of summer.
yeah.
So kids and parents are preparing for back to school season.
Yes.
But really, I mean, this is a good time for anyone to sort of check in with themselves and where we're at the seasonal change and maybe do a little bit of resetting or in restructuring as far as what you had planned for the year and how it's going and what you can do with the rest of the year. So we're gonna go through some quick things to think about and help people do a little bit of fall cleaning. I guess that's the word we can use.
Okay.
So first thing that people can do is sort of audit their summer spending. Like we all know that warm weather activities can definitely put a dent in our pockets.
Yeah.
The average household spends noticeably more in July and August than in the rest of the year, right? So maybe it's the eating out more with all the patios being open, the summer trips that obviously come with paying more for gas, food, the hotel stays, or really just like those impulse buys that we wouldn't have or that wouldn't have happened if we were like all just stuck in the house. Whatever the case may be, just have a look at what happened in your bank accounts over the last few months. And this quote unquote audit, it isn't about making yourself feel bad, but simply about awareness, right? You don't want to have any expensive habits or any lifestyle creeps that you may have picked up to go unnoticed for too long, right? So tonight, quick action item, just look at one statement from one of your accounts. That's it. That's a low lift, low effort, just one account, and you can check in on the rest as time goes on. Maybe check in on the rest, or do one per week or something. And like I mentioned, we can expect back to school expenses to start popping up again in the very near future if they haven't started
Can
already.
I just tell you
Um,
one
oh
thing
yeah.
that used to get me, Mike? If I could get, can we have this conversation? Uh, Parents, I'm just going to remind you, those pictures, they come in that first week, and after you done spend all that school money, and then they got those pictures. Anyway, I'm just having flashbacks. I'm just having flashbacks.
Yes, but I mean overall, we spoke about we spoke about back to school before, right? Spoke about surveys that consistently put back to school spending somewhere in the many hundreds of dollars per family, right? So I think the National Retail Federation has it this year at about $864 per K through 12 student and $1,400 per college student.
Mm.
With obviously, some of the biggest expense line items being electronics, clothing, or like any related costs for like extracurriculars or any other programs that, your kids are into. As always with that stuff, planning ahead is the best move, right? So save costs, save costs when you can by, reusing things, thrifting, catching sale on pricier items. It kind of, when I was putting this together, I was looking at different stuff. You know that other states have tax holidays where like there's like a weekend at the end of the summer where there's no tax on a certain dollar amount for like clothes and electronics and things like that. I was like, why can't New York have that, right? But we're in New
Yeah,
York.
why can't we?
No, 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 no tax holidays here. But anyway, we know once all the school stuff is paid for, don't let that spending pattern slip into the rest of the year. Still keep a grip on that too. Summer is like it is the prime time for subscription bloat also, right?
Yeah.
So all of that extra streaming for kids, home from school. I had a client in here the other day that brought his kid and he was on the phone the whole time on YouTube or something. I'm just like, these kids are glued to all these different subscriptions and programs, things like that. Anyway, those subscriptions, the meal kits, all those different things, free trials that quietly converted. We spoke about that some month ago too. Um, so with all that, here's another action item, right? Pull up your bank account, or your your app. A lot of these bank accounts they have apps to where they categorize certain spending, and one of the things that they do is categorize recurring spending. So that way some things that are coming out every month. If it's not a bill, it's a subscription, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cancel one subscription that you have not used in over a month. I could probably tell you two that I personally have not used.
I got one. I don't even know why I have it.
Exactly.
No, for real.
Exactly.
Like I was like, why did I do that? I don't even do that. Why do I have that? Anyway, go
hmm
ahead.
hmm
So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that.
And for those where any that you keep, you could probably consider saving costs by paying for the annual price if you can, right? We
Right.
always know that the monthly price is always more expensive. It is also irritating, when you see it come out every month.
Yeah.
And you can also get into a little cycle where it comes out when you don't necessarily might not have enough money in there. Then next thing you know, you got an overdraft fee and all that other stuff. We talked about that too, right? Um, we have to get ourselves away from this, from the convenience creep that can come up on us. There's a lot of these new terms: convenience creep, subscription creep, summer creep. Basically, it just means that these are these things that are building that's creeping up on us because we're not paying attention. We need to start paying attention, right? Next, I mean, just take a look at your savings and retirement accounts, right? So, look at your contributions. Take note next time you get your pay stub, take note of the benefits that you have on your pay stub. We're gonna do another reminder episode probably next month, as
Mm-hmm.
those open enrollments start popping up.
Yeah.
Because we got to make sure that you are aware of what your employer offers as far as benefits, and if you're not taking advantage of any of them. If your emergency savings funds got depleted over the summer, then please try to, plan a way to start building that up, building that back up again, or building it for the first time if you haven't really built one before. Take some of those summer expenses that you've gotten used gotten used to spending, and just put it into savings, right? Don't transfer it to a fall expense that you got to
Right,
start paying
right.
for. Put it into your savings, right? So once again, another action item. Take something and put it into your savings tonight. I don't care what, I don't care if it's $5 or 50. Just put it
Okay.
into your savings and forget about it,
What
right?
did Ron Popeil say? Set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. Absolutely. Lastly, let's I think we all should just do a quick fourth quarter temp check, right? Review the financial goals that you made for yourself at the beginning of the year and see how close you are to actually accomplishing them before the year is up, right? Adjust if you need to, set yourself up for success for the year end if the earlier part of the year didn't go exactly your way, right? Um, Again, we got those action items, right? So just check an account balance, see what you've been spending these last couple months. Cancel a subscription that you know you aren't using, and put whatever you can manage into your savings. I feel like those are three pretty simple, manageable things that you can do, right? The point is to start building good financial habits if you don't have them already, right? Small steps are still steps, right? So
Yes, they are.
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about yourself, or don't make yourself feel bad if again if some of the things that you said you were going to do didn't exactly go your way. You could spend more money than you thought you were going to spend. Whatever the case may be, right? Small steps are still steps. So if you need a little motivation, if you need some help with with some planning, then give your friendly neighborhood advisor a call at 315-748-5540. Again, that's 315-748-5540. Or you can send me a quick email at michael.jennings@brackensfsn.com.
Mike Jennings is a wealth advisor with Brackens Financial Solutions Network LLC and a registered representative of LPL Financial member SIPC. He is your friendly neighborhood advisor.